If I vote for a Democrat or a Republican,
Republicans and independents voted for Biden.
If I claim I'm non-emotional,
come on, man. It's a nice podcast, but you got to fucking deal in facts.
Joe, you can get up and leave. I'm totally fine with that. We'll open the door for you.
I may, and it's
Patrick Bet David just brought Joe Walsh onto the PBD podcast, and let's be honest, whether you call him woke or a rhino, it's basically the same energy. And oh man, things got spicy. The conversation quickly exploded on the Valuetainment YouTube channel as Patrick went full throttle, calling out Joe on lie after lie. And let's not sugarcoat it, Joe Walsh was getting roasted. Patrick pressed him so hard on his contradictions that Joe literally threatened to walk off the show. Yep, it got that intense. Let's jump into the clip where Patrick Bet David absolutely dismantles this woke fraud once again.
I'm not a Democrat. You can call me a son of a bitch and a dishonest opportunist. I'm not a Democrat.
You said you are glad you voted for Biden, and you said you're happy you did.
Yeah.
So you've had a year and a half to assess that vote, and you're still happy about it.
I don't regret that vote.
Okay, so what do you think? What the situation today? The situation we're in today. Why are we in the situation we are today?
No, stop, my friend.
Exactly. Let's get emotional.
Listen.
Why are we in the situation we are today? Tell me.
I asked you a specific question.
Which is what?
Am I a Democrat?
Based on what you're saying that you don't regret your vote, of course you're a Democrat.
That makes me a Democrat, even though I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a registered Democrat.
Because you supported policies of a Democrat.
Pat,
if I vote for a Democrat or a Republican,
Republicans and independents voted for Biden.
If I claim I'm non-emotional,
come on, man. It's a nice podcast, but you got to fucking deal in facts.
If I claim I'm non-emotional, which you're saying you're not, okay.
Pat,
if I claim I'm not, what part of your vote today?
Did independents vote for Biden in 2020?
What part of your vote today?
See, he just doesn't listen.
Because you have an.
Oh, so he's not a Democrat? Fine. Let's not call him that, since apparently that's more offensive to him than being labeled a complete idiot. So here's a better fit. He's a woke clown. Maybe he's technically not registered with the party, but come on. If it walks like one, talks like one, and votes like one, it is one. And honestly, why does anyone even care who this guy votes for?
Answer my question yet.
How much longer is this, guys?
You haven't answered.
I'm having a ball.
You haven't answered my question yet.
No, I'm sitting 5 feet from you.
I get that, 3 feet.
Listen,
so what's
3 feet.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you to your face, I am not a registered Democrat.
What part of the policies you voted for are you happy with today?
I'm not happy with. Let me finish a thought.
I want to hear it. Policies.
As I've said before, I'm not happy with the vast majority of policies Biden has done.
Yeah.
I'm not a Democrat. I don't regret my vote.
Yeah.
Plenty of.
If you enjoy content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
Independents and Republicans voted for Biden too, Pat. They're not Democrats. Maybe they regret their vote, but they're not Democrats.
But that's a difference, though.
No, you called me a Democrat.
No, that's a different, though. You supported.
You know what? You're un-American.
You supported Democratic
policy. You're un-American.
You can't say that. Why would you say that?
It's your opinion.
Because he's calling. No, exactly.
It's your opinion.
How stupid, Adam, is it for me to say that?
But if you can,
if
you can validate the point,
Pat sits there and says, "I'm a Democrat."
But if you validate the point, I'll take it.
I love you, man, and this isn't emotional.
If you validate the point, say it.
But there's no point.
Well, Pat,
then tell me your policies.
There's no point.
What policies you voted for? What policies you voted for?
So this guy's out here claiming he's not emotional. But the moment Patrick Bet David starts asking real questions, he's fuming and ready to storm off the set. Like, bro, if you're so calm and so independent, why are you melting down over a simple debate? Patrick's just laying out the facts, asking direct questions, and Joe's only response is, Pat, I'm not a Democrat. Pat. Like, dude, stop dodging. Just answer the question. It's not rocket science. The truth? He's clearly emotional, and instead of owning up to it, he spirals. It's honestly embarrassing to watch, but at the same time, kind of entertaining. Props to Patrick for doing what most podcasters won't. Unlike other shows that handle opposition with kid gloves, Patrick brings these guys in, Joe Walsh, Anthony Weiner, all of them, and just lays it all out. He asks the hard questions, and 9 times out of 10, they crumble. They either start yelling, deflecting, or in this case, turn the whole conversation into a total circus, a full-on meltdown, a straight-up mess.
Pat,
are you happy for the vote?
Pat?
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you a damn thing if you continue to call me a Democrat.
Then tell me what policies you don't support.
No.
Then tell me what policies you don't.
I'm not.
Then
I'm a Democrat.
Because tell me the policies.
Hey, Tyler, how much longer?
Tell me the policies.
Okay.
Joe, you can get up and leave. I'm totally fine with that. We'll open the door for you.
I may, and it's
you do,
Joe. You're going to be fine.
No,
you're going to stay there. You're good.
No. I'm totally okay with that. If you,
this is not emotional.
Yeah,
it really isn't.
So then give me a logical answer.
I'm not no. But stop for a minute.
Yeah, you said it's not emotional.
I left the Republican Party 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
I did not join the Democratic Party. I am an independent right now.
Mm-hmm.
So do not call me a Democrat.
But tell me what policies you supported that today are working, of Biden's policies.
I'd have a hard time picking. I can give you one.
Sure.
I'm glad Biden got us out of Afghanistan. I'm glad. I'll give you two. I like the simple.
Dude, we all get it. Biden's presidency has been a train wreck. No surprise there. But the wild part? Joe Walsh, a proud Biden voter, gets asked by Patrick Bet-David to name steward just one ounce. George policy he actually supports from Biden. And what does he say? I'm glad we got out of Afghanistan. Seriously? Out of everything, he picks that. One of the most embarrassing and chaotic moments in modern American history. Planes scrambling, people falling, total global humiliation. And that's what he holds up as a win? Sure, he tries to spin it like, well, I didn't mean how we left, just that we left. But come on, if there was a cleaner, more respectable way out, he would have chosen that in a heartbeat. Truth is, there wasn't. And instead of just saying, yeah, I messed up, I regret the vote, he doubles down. It's always the same. These guys can never admit they were wrong. Even when the evidence is right in their face, they'll twist it until the end. And honestly, that's what makes this moment so painfully awkward, yet so telling.
Infrastructure bill, that of the bipartisan infrastructure bill that Biden signed into law. Those are two that I approve. The vast majority of things Biden did, I don't support.
So you support the way we left Afghanistan?
Absolutely. I support us getting out of Afghanistan.
Let's clarify that. Do you support us getting out, or you support the way we left?
I'll answer that. I supported us getting out.
Because that started under Trump and the Doha agreements.
Yeah.
Hey, my friend. Yeah, that was a promise of Trump's that I supported. And I'm glad Biden got it done. And I believe that any way we would have gotten out of Afghanistan was going to be ugly and messy, and it was. But I respect Biden for having the balls for doing it.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one.
That was absolutely brutal. But once again, man, you got to give credit to Patrick B. David. He really does bring these woke people in, and he holds their feet to the fire. And you really got to respect it, because basically every single time they F, and this is why they don't leave their echo chamber. This is why they like to watch people like Destiny and Hassan Pereira and David Pakman and these sorts of people, because they like to just be cozy and comfy in their echo chamber where they don't have to have their ideas challenged, because that's what happens when their ideas get challenged. And even the thing that Joe Walsh brought up to Patrick B. David there about Joe Biden leaving Afghanistan, I actually didn't even know that. And that might be embarrassing for me to not know, but the fact that that was his one positive thing. And we all know how much of a disaster leaving Afghanistan was. That was just one positive thing. And I always know that they're going to bring up, well, it's not the way we left. I just like the fact that we got out, and the fact that we got out is actually thanks to Donald Trump, not even thanks to Joe Biden. That was massively embarrassing, man. Let me know. In the comments, you guys think about this whole Patrick B. David versus this woke idiot Joe Walsh situation here, live on the PBD podcast.